in the car.
I got him.
Yeah!
Come here! Come back here! Hey, kid, trust me, you don't want to do it. So. On foot, heading street side.
başında da.
Moment.
Eingegeben und ist zu engagieren.
Move!
Go!
That's everything!
Squeezing your shit. Head to the roof.
It's time.
Not a joke.
პირველი სერგო კონსტანტინე აქ დარჩით დანარჩენ.
Gotta get a car.
You?
Getting you out of here, okay? Gonna get...
I got this.
Let's go.
Up.
On my way! Yes!
Yes.
Get us up, Nick, get us up! Just keep us flying. Yes.
Help.
Stay close. Your ass is getting busy with me.
Roger.
Stand back.
Working on it. Go left, to the call chute.
Tyler.
Let's go.
All teams, move the truck.
It isn't through the common yet, right? Keep swinging that thing.
so long. Down. And they know their boss.
In the car. Eyes up. Threat coming from the front.
D3, move up. Tyler, we got you. Down. One man down.
Right.
Son of a...
And an unarmed UTV.
Killers!
Yeah, so am I. Second bike down. No.
Is that supposed to be funny?
Out of the car, come on.
Go!
Girl's hurt, we got him.
Come on, guys.
Four. You're on foot.
Right, got it.
Heads up. Got one. Nick, you good? Almost there.
Come.
Let him go.
God gave me a mission to advise and enacting God's will.
He's just a kid.
Now weigh the gun in your hand.
You're a cat.
A man in the bowels of... It's let's go.
It's okay.
Retribution for your brother.
Good boy.
Hey guys, today we're diving headfirst back into the adrenaline-fueled world of Tyler Rake with our recap of Extraction 2. If you thought the first one left our hero in a tricky spot, well, you weren't wrong. We kick things off with a rather grim reminder of how we last saw him, floating face down in a river after taking more bullets than a Swiss cheese factory. Luckily for us and the franchise, a shadowy extraction team led by none other than Nick Khan, swoops in to literally drag his unresponsive body from the watery abyss. It's a high-stakes, last-ditch effort that makes you wonder if they just have a resuscitate near-dead mercenaries clause in their insurance plan. They airlift him out, barely clinging to life, proving that even a legendary operator can have a really, really bad day at the office. Before you head off, if you're enjoying the kind of content I make, please consider liking and subscribing. No pressure, but it truly helps me keep the action coming. From the river, Rake is whisked away to a high-tech hospital in Dubai. Turns out, being shot multiple times and falling off a bridge isn't great for your health. He's in a coma for 9 months, which, if you ask me, is a pretty generous snooze button. When he finally wakes up, he's basically a human jigsaw puzzle, held together by sheer willpower and a lot of stitches. The recovery montage is brutal, showing Rake pushing his body to its absolute limits. Every grunt, every strained muscle, every wince of pain is palpable. He's got a nasty scar where he should have abs, and his movement is definitely not what it used to be. It's a testament to his sheer stubbornness, or perhaps his inability to just enjoy retirement. He's like a finely tuned machine that's been dropped and picked up a few too many times, but he's determined to get back in working order. Gotta admire the grit, even if it looks incredibly painful. After his miraculous resurrection and tortuous rehab, Rake attempts to embrace the quiet life. He retreats to a secluded cabin in the snowy Austrian mountains, a place so remote it probably doesn't even get decent Wi-Fi. He spends his days chopping wood like a very intense lumberjack, doing solitary workouts in the freezing cold, and trying to meditate on his past. He's clearly trying to find some inner peace, but you can practically see the ghosts of his past missions lurking in the snowflakes. It's like watching a lion try to become a house cat. You know it's only a matter of time before something sets off those primal instincts. He's still got that 1,000-yard stare dialed up to 11. Honestly, you'd think after almost dying, a tropical beach with a blender would be his first stop. But no, Rake prefers the suffering in solitude package. Classic Rake. Just when Rake is settling into his hermit, chic phase, a well-dressed gentleman named Alcott, played by the ever-cool Idris Elba, crashes his snowy sanctuary. Alcott is basically Rake's handler, fixer, and sometimes therapist, always showing up with a new opportunity that usually involves explosions. He hasn't come to check on Rake's pine cone collection, though. No, he's there with a proposition, a job that's so off the books, it's practically in a different library. Rake, naturally, isn't keen on returning to a life where bulletproofing is a fashion statement. He's retired, or at least attempting to be. But Alcott knows exactly how to tug on those mercenary heartstrings. Mentioning a connection to Rake's ex-wife, Mia, the air crackles with unspoken history, and the subtle understanding that retired for Rake is more of a suggestion than a firm commitment. A simple hello would have been a lot less dramatic, but where's the fun in that? Alcott lays out the grim details. Rake's ex-wife Mia's sister, Kedivin, and her two children are being held captive in a maximum security prison in Georgia. They're basically human collateral for her ultra-dangerous gangster husband, David Radiani, who's not exactly winning any Husband of the Year awards. David, a notorious figure in the Georgian crime syndicate called the Nagazi, keeps them locked up to control Kedivin. Rake's initial reluctance gives way to a flicker of something more personal when he learns about the family connection. This isn't just another extraction. It's about family, about a promise he made to Mia, a chance for a twisted form of redemption. The thought of kids trapped in a supermax prison, listening to the clangs and screams, is enough to get even Rake's retired gears grinding again. It's a classic one last job scenario, except this time, it's personal. And also very, very violent, with Rake reluctantly on board. It's time to call in the cavalry or at least the two people who are crazy enough to work with him. Nick Khan and her brother Yaz, their rakes go to operators, a brother-sister duo who could probably outshoot and outplan a small army while simultaneously making it look incredibly cool. Their reunion is less warm hug and more knowing glances and a few sardonic comments, which, for them, is practically a love fest. They immediately dive into the logistics of breaking into a notorious Georgian prison, a place where maximum security isn't just a suggestion, it's a lifestyle. They pore over blueprints and intel, discussing entry points, escape routes, and what kind of explosions would be most aesthetically pleasing. It's a delicate dance of strategy and sheer firepower, and watching them work, you know these three are about to make some serious noise. The calm before the storm, indeed. Get ready for some serious tactical goodness. Under the cloak of night, the team executes their infiltration. This isn't your average sneak into the kitchen and grab a snack kind of stealth. This is break into a literal fortress where everyone wants you dead stealth. They rappel down walls like human spiders, navigate claustrophobic ventilation shafts, and silently neutralize guards with the efficiency of a well-oiled machine. The clink of their gear, the soft thud of a falling body, the hushed whispers every sound is magnified in the tense silence. It's a ballet of calculated risk and precise execution. They locate Katavin's cell block, moving with a predator's grace, each movement designed to avoid detection. The atmosphere is thick with anticipation, the air practically humming with unspoken tension. It's the kind of quiet that makes you hold your breath. Knowing it's just a prelude to utter chaos, Rake finally reaches Katavin's cell, only to find David, her charming gangster husband, already there, playing mind games with his imprisoned family. David is your typical abusive villain, oozing false charm and manipulation. He tries to assert his dominance, flexing his "I own this prison and everyone in it" muscles, but Rake isn't buying it. There's a palpable tension as Rake, calm but menacing, steps in. The kids are huddled, terrified, and Ketavin is caught between the devil she knows and the devil she almost married. Rake makes it clear this isn't a negotiation, it's an extraction. David quickly learns that his prison walls offer little protection against Rake's unwavering resolve. The verbal jabs are sharp, but everyone knows the real fight is about to begin, and it won't be with words. It'll be with fists, feet, and whatever blunt objects are lying around, and just like that, the quiet infiltration turns into an absolute powder keg. David, being the brilliant tactician he is, signals a full-blown prison riot, turning every inmate into an enraged, weaponized distraction. The clanging of cell doors, the guttural screams of prisoners, the blare of alarms, it's a symphony of pandemonium. Rake, with Ketavin and the kids in tow, becomes a human battering ram plowing through the onslaught. Nick and Yaz provide cover, a whirlwind of fists, feet, and gunfire, protecting the family. The fighting is brutal, visceral, and utterly relentless. Every punch lands with a sickening crunch. Every chokehold is a desperate struggle for air. It's a dizzying, non-stop sequence where the camera seems to be right in the thick of the action, ducking and weaving with Rake. Forget about a smooth exit. This is a full-on brawl for survival. A mosh pit of mayhem with lives hanging in the balance. This is where the movie truly kicks into gear with an absolutely insane one-shot sequence that spans nearly 21 minutes. It kicks off with Rake, Ketavin, and the kids in the prison yard, which has devolved into a fiery, chaotic battlefield. Imagine a heavy metal concert mixed with a medieval riot, then set it on fire. Rake uses a flaming riot shield, yes, a flaming riot shield, as both offense and defense, his movements fluid and deadly despite his recent injuries. The sounds are a cacophony. The roar of the fire, the crunch of bones, the screams of the rioters, the metallic clang of improvised weapons. He's a whirlwind of calculated violence, always prioritizing the family's safety. From the yard, they push into the prison gym, a new arena for close-quarters brutality. Every hit echoes with sickening realism, every struggle feels desperate. Nick and Yaz are strategically positioned, offering covering fire, their shots ringing out above the din. It's a masterclass in action choreography, a breathless, relentless assault on the senses that makes you feel like you're right there, ducking flying debris and smelling the smoke. After navigating the fiery inferno of the prison yard and the claustrophobic brutality of the gym, Rake and the family make their way to the prison rooftop. It's a desperate climb, with the sounds of the riot still thundering below. Rake, still carrying the weight of the world and the children's safety, pushes them forward, his breath ragged. Nick and Yaz provide the final push, securing the children into the waiting helicopter. The blades churn the air with a rhythmic walk, 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 a sound of salvation after the overwhelming din of battle. Just as they think they're clear, they're hit by a surprise attack. More prison guards, apparently not keen on them, just flying off into the sunset. Rake and Yaz engage, buying precious seconds for Nick to get the family airborne. The choppers roar and bullets ping off the metal, making for a truly spectacular exit. It's a thank goodness that's over. Oh wait, no, it isn't kind of moment. No rest for the wicked. Or for Tyler Rake. As soon as they land from the helicopter, they pile into waiting SUVs, only to be immediately embroiled in a high-speed car chase through the stunning and surprisingly dangerous Georgian countryside. The roar of engines, the screech of tires, the rhythmic thump-thump-thump of bullets hitting metal, it's a symphony of vehicular carnage. Armed vehicles and nimble motorcycles are hot on their tail, turning the scenic route into a death trap. Rake, somehow still functional after the prison ordeal, is behind the wheel, his eyes narrowed, performing impossible maneuvers that would make a stunt driver blush. Nick and Yaz are returning fire, their shots echoing sharply in the confined space of the vehicle. Kevin and the children are huddled in the back, experiencing a very different kind of family road trip. It's a white-knuckle ride, a relentless pursuit where every turn could be their last. Honestly, at this point, Rake probably considers a quiet traffic jam a luxury. Just when you think things can't get more absurdly high-octane, they switch from cars to a moving train. Because, clearly, a stationary target is too boring for Rake. The clickety-clack of the train on the tracks is quickly overshadowed by the rat-a-tat-tat of gunfire as a helicopter, seemingly plucked straight out of a video game, swoops into attack. Rake is on the roof, dodging rotor blades and bullets, fighting hand-to-hand with heavily armed thugs while the world rushes past in a blur. The wind whips past his face, the metallic clang of impacts reverberates, and the sheer scale of the action is breathtaking. From the roof, he dives into the carriages, engaging in brutal, tight quarters combat, the sounds of punches and grunts amplified in the enclosed space. Nick and Yaz are in their element, a blur of motion and firepower, each bullet a precise strike. It's a non-stop, death-defying sequence that proves Rake's pain tolerance is higher than my credit score. Finally, a moment of respite. The team and family arrive at a swanky safe house in Vienna, a stark contrast to the grimy prison and dusty Georgian roads. It's a brief, luxurious pause in the madness. The kids, traumatized but safe, get a moment to just be kids, playing with toys, their laughter a much-needed sound after the constant din of violence. But beneath the surface calm, tensions simmer, especially between Rake and Kevin. Kevin is furious that David was killed during the prison break, while Rake points out that David actively tried to kill them all. Kevin's anger stems from the fact that David was still the father of her children. The air is thick with unspoken grief, resentment, and the awkward realization that saving someone doesn't automatically make them grateful. It's a reminder that even after the bullets stop flying, emotional scars linger, making you wish there was a safe house for feelings too, while Rake is busy mediating family drama. David's brother, Zurab, is not taking his siblings' demise well. Zurab, a man whose name sounds like a villain from a forgotten 90s action game, is the true mastermind behind the Nagazi Syndicate. He identifies David's charred body, and his grief quickly transmutes into a chilling, methodical quest for revenge. He uses all of his considerable resources to track down Rake and the family, his cold fury palpable. The crunch of gravel as his army moves, the quiet clicks of computers tracking down their location, the menacing whispers of his commands. Every detail paints a picture of a man who will stop at nothing. He's not just angry. He's dangerously intelligent and ruthlessly efficient, turning the safe house into a ticking time bomb. Because apparently in Rake's world, safe is just a suggestion, not a promise. The serene Viennese safe house transforms into a war zone faster than you can say incoming. Zurab's forces launch a full-scale assault, turning the luxurious apartment into a bullet-riddled wreck. Explosions rip through the walls, glass shatters with deafening force, and the incessant crack of automatic gunfire fills the air. Rake, Nick, and Yez immediately spring into action, transforming from weary guardians into precise, deadly machines. They utilize every inch of the house, turning furniture into makeshift cover, creating choke points, and returning fire with deadly accuracy. The children are shielded, terrified as chaos reigns around them. It's a claustrophobic, brutal fight, the sounds of shattering plaster and spent shell casings bouncing off the walls. This isn't just a firefight, it's a desperate defense, a brutal reminder that even in a safe house, danger is always just a window pane away. Who needs a doorbell when you can just kick down the entire wall, right? With the safe house compromised, Rake once again becomes the human shield, leading Kedivin and the children on a perilous escape across the rooftops of Vienna. The city's beautiful skyline becomes a deadly obstacle course, with the wind whizzing past their ears and the distant clang of bells contrasting with the immediate whiz of incoming bullets. Rake, ever the pragmatic hero, pushes them forward, making daring leaps between buildings that would make an Olympic long jumper reconsider their career. The children's terrified whimpers are barely audible above the gunfire, but Rake's unwavering resolve is clear. Yez and Nick provide cover from street level, their sniper shots echoing sharply, forcing the pursuing thugs to take cover. It's a breathtaking sequence that showcases Vienna's architectural beauty and Rake's inexplicable talent for urban parkour under extreme duress. You just know he's going to need a good chiropractor after this one. The chase culminates in a sleek, modern, all-glass skyscraper, the perfect ironically vulnerable arena for a final showdown. Rake, fueled by exhaustion and determination, finally corners Zurab. The silence in the pristine building, broken only by the echo of their footsteps and ragged breathing, is deafening. Every reflective surface becomes a potential trap or a fleeting opportunity. The air crackles with anticipation, the tension thick enough to cut with a knife. Zurab, calm and calculating, relishes the opportunity for a direct confrontation. Their fight is brutal, raw, and desperate, each punch landing with a heavy thud, each struggle for dominance a primal dance. The transparent walls offer no mercy, revealing every desperate move to the world outside, turning their personal vendetta into a very public spectacle. It's a stylishly violent battle where every pane of glass feels like a ticking clock, waiting to shatter. In a heartbreaking twist, Yez, ever the loyal and effective operative, makes the ultimate sacrifice. He draws enemy fire to protect Kedivin and the children, taking a fatal bullet. The sudden, sharp crack of the rifle and Yaz's immediate collapse sends a shockwave through the team. It's a gut punch, a brutal reminder of the stakes. Rake, witnessing his friend's death, is consumed by a cold fury. The sounds of his ragged breathing and the thud of his feet become more urgent, more primal. His fight with Zurab escalates into an even more visceral, desperate struggle. Every punch is fueled by grief and rage, every counter-move precise and brutal. The metallic clang of weapons, the groans of effort, the shattering glass, it's all part of a symphony of vengeance. Rake channels his pain into raw power, turning the beautiful glass tower into a crucible of blood and broken promises. This isn't just about the mission anymore. It's personal, deeply, irrevocably personal. And honestly, who needs therapy when you have a supervillain to punch? After the dust settles and Zurab is finally dealt with, the authorities, who seem to show up after all the fun, arrive to clean up the monumental mess. Rake and Nick, exhausted and grief-stricken by Yaz's death, offer no resistance. They're cuffed, the metallic click echoing with a sense of finality, and led away from the carnage they've wrought. The scene is somber, the wreckage a silent testament to their brutal heroism. The usual swagger is gone, replaced by a quiet resignation. They know the drill. This is the price of doing business in their line of work. It's a stark contrast to the explosive action that preceded it, a moment of quiet reflection on the cost of their choices. You can almost hear the mission accomplished. But at what cost? Internal monologue playing in Rake's head. And honestly, after all that, a prison cell probably feels like a spa day for Rake's body. If not his soul, just when you think Rake and Nick are settling into their new government-funded accommodations, Alcott reappears because apparently, even maximum security prisons can't keep a good fixer down. He offers them a deal, immediate release, and a clean slate, but only if they agree to work directly for his shadowy organization. It's the ultimate offer you can't refuse, a get-out-of-jail-free card with a catch bigger than Rake's bicep. They exchange knowing glances, the implication heavy in the air. This isn't just about freedom. It's about purpose, about what these two are truly built for. For Rake, it's a path back to the only life he seems to know. A way to channel his inner demons into something, well, constructive. It hints at a future filled with more impossible missions, more explosions, and probably more property damage. And so, the cycle continues because some people are just meant to extract. It's a bittersweet moment, reminding us that even the darkest paths can lead to a kind of twisted